Would you pay more money for the second or third highest rated headphones on the market? No? Then get the highest rated headphones for less money with Heavies. 8 speakers and 5 microphones crafted perfectly to give you the best over-the-ear headphone experience. Activate Hell Blocker mode and truly get immersed in your favorite music while blocking out all the normies who do not love heavy music like you. You can also customize your Heavies with band licensed shells such as Dream Theater. Listen to the new album in high quality while showing off you're a fan. Use the code ROCKED at checkout and get $40 off, saving even more money on the highest rated headphones available. Do not settle for second or third, and don't pay more when you don't have to. If you love heavy music, then you will love Heavies.
Welcome back to the podcast that walked.
Great start.
Yeah. Maybe I should leave it in. I don't know. On the podcast feed, I won't, though. Ha! YouTube only hears the fluff. Welcome back to the podcast that rocked. Weekly podcast talks about news in the world of rock, metal, alternative, and everything in between. My name is Luke.
My name is Alex.
And my name is Rowan.
There. We got through it, okay? Happy?
We're going to walk, not run.
I was just thinking about a song named Walk or something. Whatever. Stop.
The podcast that walks.
That's fun.
The podcast. Oh.
We become like a fitness podcast or something like that. I don't know.
Walk on home, boy. Are you talking to me?
Hopefully everyone's doing good, except outside of the last 10 seconds or so. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Tuesday evening. If we hit 52 likes on the podcast and you stop making fun of me for mispronouncing things, we will play at least one round of Festival Rock or Flop, where we book a random festival, sometimes great, sometimes terrible. We already have at least one or two worth of days worth going, so if we hit the like goal of 52 likes, we'll help out. Thank you for listening live to everyone on YouTube right now, on the podcast feed. If you're listening through audio, please share the links, tell your friends. It really does help out. I saw a little bit of growth last week on Apple Podcasts for whatever reason. So tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your family, whoever you actually care about, tell them, because the three of us really, really need it. Don't make us beg. So.
Your mom.
Yeah, there you go. Have your mom listen to us. Sure, that won't cause any weird problems.
Moms. So,
thank you guys for tuning in. I think we're ready to just jump right into it because the big fatty news that dropped last week, it was either a day after or 2 days after last week's podcast, was that not only is Ozzy retiring, but Black Sabbath is reuniting. And I think that's the bigger news somehow because we were kind of expecting Ozzy, at this state. I don't think anyone was expecting something like this. Who wants to go to Birmingham? Yeah. Both of them raised their hands. I do too. Back to the Beginning Festival. The return of Geezer, Tony, Ozzy, and Bill. Ozzy's final live performance, July 5th at Birmingham, where the band started, Black Sabbath. Featuring performances from Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Gojira, Hailstorm, Alice in Chains, Lamb of God, Anthrax, Mastodon. Additional performances by many more people, including the debut of the new Papa from Ghost, Papa V, Papa 5. One day, there is going to be so much going on in Birmingham, I don't think Birmingham is going to know what to do because from what I've been told by British people, there's not much to do in Birmingham. So,
at least there's an airport.
There's an airport, and a lot of people are going to be trying to fly into it around July 3rd and July 4th. So
I gotta say, we're probably gonna be seeing so much war within the rock and metal community. This is gonna be like a thing where people are gonna be fighting each other to see this show.
Well, tickets go on sale Valentine's Day, so they definitely made that perfect. They absolutely did that intentionally.
They're gonna destroy some relationships.
Did you get me the ticket? That's true. Did you get me the tickets or not? Let's see how much you love me. Yeah.
Where it's gonna be you got a girl just standing in the doorway. It's like, babe, come on, we have reservations, and the guy is just constantly refreshing the page. It's like a Ticketmaster Taylor Swift fiasco.
I was gonna say, if this is through Ticketmaster or Live Nation, I don't know if it is or not. If it is, that's exactly what's gonna happen. And it's gonna be, and it's not gonna be for local places. It's an international, all at the same time for one venue. That's worse. That's way worse.
We see crashes domestically. I wonder how it's going to be with everybody around the world trying to get tickets.
Indianapolis had a crash, and this is this is not only historic. There will never be another thing like this. I can see. I can't imagine. I don't even know what else would even come close.
Dude can't even walk anymore. This truly would be the end.
Yeah. I do want to bring up that point in just a moment, but also this whole thing is music directed and curated by Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine, to which I say festival promoters need to hire Tom Morello to book their festivals a bit more.
Right?
It's not. It's clearly not that difficult if you're a genius like Tom Morello. By the way, he has a master's. Once you have a master's in political science from Harvard, I tend to think you're smarter than the average person. Sorry. You're up there a little bit more.
A little bit.
That's fair.
Yeah. I have the lineup. I'm going to scroll down a little more on screen right now. There's so much to read. There's also individual performances. My wife and I were guessing that many of these individual performances will be Black Sabbath singing songs, one-off songs, with a lot of these people on stage as well.
That would be fun.
Oh, so it's kind of like they come, like, you know, you got the guests come on, but then they sing a Black Sabbath song.
Possibly. Like they perform with them, because there's a lot of guitarists and drummers too. Two from Sleep Token is going to be there, you know. KK Downing is going to be there. Sammy Hagar, Tom Morello, obviously, Wolfgang Van Halen. Then they have a lot of frontmen people as well. David Draymond, Duff McKagan, Billy Corgan, Fred Durst, Lizzie Hale, Jonathan Davis. So it's a who's who celebrating Black Sabbath. And Metallica even said a statement saying, no, we are happily coming to support Black Sabbath and how they shaped us.
Yeah.
So for the first time in decades, Metallica does not have an ego. I think that's worth pointing out as well. And yes, I just looked on screen on the thing. It is definitely Ticketmaster UK and Live Nation UK.
Oh,
wait.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. Ticketmaster and Live Nation. So
I hope all you guys didn't have Valentine's Day plans, because you might want to, you might just want to throw them away. You want to try maybe get your money back on those reservations while you can.
Okay, this is brutal. If anyone in the chat live wants to find out right now, we will read it out just to help people. On screen, on the flyer, it says February 14th, 10 a.m. It doesn't say the time zone, and this is something that's going to be a big deal. Does that mean 10 a.m. in UK? That's like 4 or 3 a.m. in the morning in the States.
Oh.
Gotta be dedicated.
Guys, we gotta lock in. Go back to the days of getting up early just to get your college classes or something like that.
Three letters is all they needed to clarify.
I used to do a morning show, and I would have to get up that early. So we'll pretend we're rocked the morning show and get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to buy tickets. We're fine.
We'll be the wacky morning show for that.
We'll just do like a special podcast at 3 a.m. of us trying to get tickets.
It's true. And I said to my wife, if I could find out who the media outlet, like the people running it is, I would apply. This is one day. I would, even if it's a short flight, if I can't even do the sightseeing of the UK, fine. I would still want to go to this.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. It all looks amazing. This is all, and what's cool about this also, and this is one of the main reasons why the members of Black Sabbath said they were willing to do it, proceeds go to charity. For something this big, everyone on board said, okay, we'll do it for Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And then Black Sabbath goes, okay, we'll do it for charity. That's so insane. Cool. This is the one show where they probably said, no, you can take all the profit you want. You're going to be raking it in. They said, nope, not gonna. So
yeah.
I love
did
that.
they need it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of all people, Sharon Osbourne, willing to make sure that everything's done right. So we shall see. Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, the return of Black Sabbath for one night. It's advertised as Ozzy's retirement performance. He might still record music because he said his voice is fine. I can't imagine performing live after this.
No.
Probably not.
If he is already not good. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
No, I was about to say, like, didn't he say, like, his Parkinson's was, like, so bad that even just, like, standing is, like, difficult for him? Like,
yeah, I mean, he's already talked about it a little bit, just like with his physical state. There was an article going around. I don't remember which outlet posted it, quoting him saying, I can't use my legs, but my voice is just as good. And in my mind, I'm like, can't you word that a little better, media outlets? Can't you say lead with my voice is just as good, and then talk later in the article about his physical state besides that? Maybe a little more upbeat for the situation, a touch.
Yeah.
Well,
but I feel like also this is just...
I'm sorry, go ahead, Alex.
the media outlets and they want clickbait. I'm not gonna put all the good stuff first.
I guess that's dark though.
Dude, dark sells. Dark sells better than positive does, and unfortunately, that's just the truth.
That's the industry for you.
We're on YouTube. I understand that completely. A positive video I just released bombed, while the counterpart negative video I did 2 years ago was huge. So, yes.
People like to complain and watch people complain.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast that rocks.
Maybe we should just do sad stories the entire show.
I was going to say, maybe we should change it to the podcast that sucked. Wah, wah, wah.
We just find like a...
Goodness.
We just find a bad album, and the entire show is just us tearing it apart or something like that.
Just us like phoning in our performance too. So it's kind of bad, whatever.
Yeah.
For an hour.
Ozzy is not able to walk.
Can't even come over to the States for one more performance, poser.
Oh, it's great. I gotta I gotta get up at 3 a.m. Actually, that's a good reason to complain about something. Yeah.
I have to convert pounds to dollars. Get out of here.
I gotta book a hotel. I gotta find a dog sitter. Damn it.
I do wonder, because like if it's through Ticketmaster and Live Nation site, you don't go to Back to the Beginning website or anything like that. Oh man, I sure hope it's Ticketmaster UK. Someone said in chats. Okay, if we're going by that, so 10 a.m. UK, that's a time difference and a half for everyone here in the States and everyone around the world, pretty much. So plan accordingly. It's going to suck if you wake up at 3 a.m. and then it's not until 4 a.m. when it goes live.
Yeah, I'm going to set a timer right now, so... yeah.
And someone asked in chat, no, I am not going to wake Gretchen up to get 3 a.m. Valentine's Day tickets. Sorry, not going to do that. All three of us would go if we could, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You have to ask?
I know. I'm making sure. So, even if we found the media contact, even if we did promotion and stuff, I don't think they would allow us to photograph and do anything too close to Black Sabbath. They've been protective of Ozzy's image with no photographers for years anyway, outside of one photographer per show. And fine. Okay. So, there's so much. Again, this is the once in a lifetime thing. Yeah, I hope people get to go. I hope the ticket system is not a nightmare, which it could be.
It's going to be a nightmare.
If I find out one person I know, either that listens to the show, intends to buy a ticket and then puts it on StubHub, you are a terrible person, and we will go out of our way to IP block you. Because I know it's going to happen to somewhere else, though. Not someone that listens to this podcast. I'm just saying, the StubHub, SeatGeek, whatever the equivalent is, it's going to be brutal.
And forever.
Yeah.
From a band.
Yeah, I'm worried about the bots for something like that too, because there's been enough time to prepare, and the more time there is to prepare to buy on a certain time, the more time the scalpers and the bot programs have to prepare for it as well.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's like you're fighting not against everyone else who wants to go see this again historic concert, but then you got to fight everyone's thousands of bots
for charity too. Bot scammers are going to fight against charity just to make more profit for themselves off of a charity show.
Yeah,
awesome. So, if you get
just
tickets,
to show you that mankind is evil.
Well, we kind of do that. So, if you're listening to this podcast, no matter what day, and you get tickets, let us know in the comments of this video on YouTube and on the podcast feed and stuff. We want to know. You don't have to give us the price breakdown. Just let us know how the process was. Were you easily able to get them, or was it a nightmare?
We're going to still have someone on hold when we get back to next Tuesday's podcast. They're going to be like, dude, I'm still in the waiting room. I don't know.
Oh, we could screen share the queue. You are 14783 in queue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I can't argue that that's impossible. We've seen worse. And that was for tours. So.
I wonder just with the Taylor Eras tour, just how you had all these TikToks and all that stuff of just girls losing their minds of the Ticketmaster queue. What if you just have that? You have just a 30-year-old metalhead with with the jacket. He's
crying.
It'd be
older. It'd be older though. They've Black Sabbath and Ozzy. You got to think 50 at a biker's bar, with a leather vest, and they're crying on TikTok about it. Yeah.
I'm imagining my dad and all his friends, all like fat graying guys, just like with their old man shirts that are faded.
Mm-hmm.
No!
Well, UK, I hope you get it right.
yeah.
Or I shouldn't say UK. Ticketmaster, Live Nation, I hope you get it right. You can't hype something up like this. So
This venue's really big, so that's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
Like a 42,000 cap.
okay. And that's good. And that's not like football soccer stadium size, so that way it's not too massive. And they might open more tickets later. But I'm glad it's that amount. I think that's perfect for something like this you're doing for one day. You know?
Yeah.
Well, it's a football stadium, but
Soccer,
like
yeah.
real football.
Yes, I know. I'm uncultured. I call it soccer. I understand. I'm from the Midwest.
I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
I just
just
gotta
kidding.
figure out. I feel like the hotel situation in Birmingham is going to be like the bigger issue. You know, is it like it's not a big city, right? Or
Apparently, from what a friend of mine was telling me, like it's 30 miles from London. So it's not brutal. Like you would just travel in and out. Like you could fly into London and then you would just travel back and forth for that one day. That's not so bad. You know, that's definitely a possible thing. And again, I've never been, but apparently UK has amazing public transportation that makes it easy.
yeah, it would just be. I just feel like it would just be like very taxing if you took a plane from the States to Europe, went to the concert, and then immediately got back on a plane back to America. That would just be like, oh, that just sucks.
It's exhausting,
I'd
but I
say-
do it.
Yeah,
I would too. Give it like 4
because
days.
it separates them from the boys.
It does. And also, I would just sleep. I sleep on every flight I'm on, much to my wife's chagrin. But I fall asleep
How?
really easy on flights. So, my wife can tell you
I
stories.
can't.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
either.
I one
Oh,
time
you can't?
took-
Oh.
I took meds once before I got on like a flight from like California to New York, and like I couldn't fall asleep,
Ooh.
but it was like this weird semi-conscious state where it's like I'm not asleep but I'm not awake, and it was
Yeah.
hell. Yeah.
So, my wife can confirm this. I have trained myself because I used to fly so much. I still fly occasionally, a few times every year. I can fall asleep before the flight takes off, and there have been many flights where I don't wake up until the plane lands.
Jeez Louise.
So, you just get used to it.
No, I'm with you, Rowan. I cannot sleep on a plane.
No, yeah, it's impossible for you. You can't get comfortable, no matter what.
Says you. I'll make myself comfortable somehow.
Yeah,
Also-
you conditioned yourself. You trained yourself.
Yes,
you had to train yourself.
that's
to sleep.
correct. That's correct. I did. And you know what? It worked. And guess who doesn't have to worry about buying extra comfort or getting drinks to occupy my time and everything on the flights? This guy.
Yeah, I just get drunk on the plane.
That's what some people do. Oh, if you've been to enough airports, you know that's true.
Oh
Dude,
yeah, I know. I'm just like,
There
it's just
are
my
no
pregame.
I know.
10 a.m. vodka shots in
I
the
know.
airport. Nobody cares.
After TSA check, you're pretty much in like no man's territory. Alcohol laws don't apply. Do whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
Nobody cares.
And then you go to UK, like the drunk Americans getting off the plane, about to go to a one-day festival. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good.
Yeah, no.
Also,
Again,
by the way, that means you would have to fly on the 4th of July. Think about that. So,
I've done that before. It's actually not bad because most people aren't traveling.
most Americans. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
So
my lovely wife, I got completely smashed on a flight with my family once in first class years and years ago.
threw bread at my mom and brother. I'm
She
sorry.
threw bread at her mother and brother on the flight.
Why?
you think they were ducks?
You'd have to ask her. Actually, no,
Gretchen?
Gretchen, don't answer. We have too many things to cover. Let's not talk about that story right now.
Okay,
Yikes.
you can't tease us
move
with
on.
that.
That's the brunt of the story, okay? That's the main
All right.
focus. You're not getting much more outside of that.
Okay.
I'm just stoked that you got first class, Gretchen. Thank you for sharing that.
I could try and beat the Wade Boggs record if I do decide to get drunk on a plane.
Oh.
May he rest in peace.
Goodness. Okay. Back to the beginning.
Hope people got my reference.
Back to the beginning. That will be July 5th. Again, if you can get tickets this Friday, I'm not going to buy tickets. I just can't afford them. But you better believe I'm going to hit up the media contact when I find them. So,
Oh yeah.
when I find that, I'm going to make my bestest pitch and pretty pleases and try to figure things out. So, that being said, we have other stuff to talk about. Not just this. We have to talk about some American branded news. And what's more American than laughing at a terrible musician like Kid Rock? So, To what Alex and Rowan probably are aware of, Kid Rock was invited to a birthday party. That's strike one right there. Who's inviting Kid Rock to your own birthday party? Why? This was actually also the subheadline. The headline, Kid Rock stopped the show and eventually left because nobody clapped. Subheadline, friggin' baby. So, well done. He was at that birthday party for David Bryans, the keyboardist that's played with Creedence Clearwater Revival. It's been a big thing. I will not be playing the video because it's too foul, but it's on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. He was trying to get people to clap along as he was singing a song. No one wanted to clap. No one cared.
Yeah.
And then Kid Rock started getting angrier. And and then tried to teach people how to clap like they were toddlers.
I mean, like, yeah, he's a douche for trying to teach them to clap. He'd be like, oh, you just don't know how to clap. But, like, I just gotta imagine, that's gotta be so heartbreaking as a musician.
Man,
yeah.
I say this entirely. Does he not know how to work a crowd unless they're so hammered and it's his own show that he just has no control over anything? It got worse as it went on. Eventually, he said, F them, hey, stop. If you're not going to clap, we're not singing. I said it a lot more nicely, by the way. That's how it's going to go. You know what? After the second round or third round of not clapping and no one doing it the way he wanted, F y'all, you ain't going to clap, I'm gone. And then he left. And no joke, as people saw him leave, that's when people started clapping.
That's perfect.
So
I love that.
I want to know who invited Kid Rock to David Bryan's birthday party.
I just can't imagine that was his big demand. So was this like a publicist or like his I don't know, his assistant or something? It's like, oh yeah, let's get some celebrities in here. Kid Rock will come to anything, won't he? Come on down. So
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, who's available tomorrow? Oh, Kid Rock. Okay.
He's in Nashville, isn't he? He's working his crappy bar that gets health code violations and alcohol liquor license violations every month. I wish that wasn't true, but it is. So yeah, Kid Rock party with Bon Jovi's keyboard player David Bryan. He also played with CCR. No, it was Kid Rock. Yeah, it was the David Bryan's birthday, who's part of Bon Jovi. I apologize. They were going to do a cover of Proud Mary. Kid Rock, you do not get to cover Proud Mary from CCR. Maybe that's why they didn't want to clap for you.
Like, what are you doing? That's not yours.
John Fogerty's spinning in his grave, and he's not even dead yet.
No. John Fogerty would hear about it, have a heart attack from shock, then he would spin.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So again, it's on TikTok, it's on YouTube. Kid Rock looks like the biggest 52-year-old crybaby kid.
I feel like John Fogerty would be like, dude, I got sued once for sounding too much like John Fogerty. I'm going to sue you for just trying to do a CCR song. Like, what is going on here? That would have been bad.
Yeah.
If he would just be charged as just like a public disruption or something like that. If he did that.
Disturbance of peace and things like that. Yes. Misdemeanor. But also,
just the attempt is illegal, or we just say it's illegal.
He might get a charge, but at the same time, I don't think the lawsuit would go through because the judge and the jury would hear it. Goes, yeah, he definitely doesn't sound like anything John Fogerty or any singer I'd ever want to hear. Case dismissed. So
there's some sort of blasphemy charge that we can throw on him.
Yes.
There should be. Well, he crossed that line a while ago, though. So.
We can find some BS charge to throw on him, right?
He made even Sheryl Crow sound awful. So, that's pretty bad. Yeah. As we move on, we're going to be brief about the next two because they're shorter stories, but I don't want to make this a totally down thing. In the United States, for those who are not aware, there have been many government changes, and one of those is to the Flight Administration of America and things like that. Like, I'm talking tower control, flight control. People are getting fired in high positions. Well, over the last 2 weeks, we've had several major plane crashes, fatalities. The third just happened in Arizona, and the plane was owned by none other than Vince Neil of Motley Crue. No one from the band was on there. No one, relatives were on there. The pilot did die. And what happened was the plane could not get around a parked plane on the runway. Meaning there was not enough communication for him to aim right or turn around before it was too late. So the Motley Crue flight crashed or hit the parked plane on a runway. It's all on camera.
Land,
yeah, he was trying to land, and he hit another plane.
And that's like tower control's job, I think. I'm not going to pretend
That's
I know
one of
too
their.
much
It's
about
one of their
FAA
big
rules,
things.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
It's like,
Okay,
okay,
this is like an actual
runway's
airport, right?
clear.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's one of their
Yeah,
big
it was
things.
a real
Like,
airport.
hey, you're ready to land? Hang on, we have someone on the runway not moving. Do not land yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's one of their main jobs is like, hey, you're clear to come in. There's no one else there. Or, hey, circle around another time somebody's on the runway. So that sucks.
Yes, and this is 100% avoidable for many different reasons. One dead and several injured. Motley Crue said they're trying to set up something to raise funds for the pilot's family and things like that. There's like a lot of comments have been made. Vince Neil again. Well, I don't even know if Vince Neil was in the state when it happened. But the Federal Aviation Administration apologized for getting the acronym wrong before, and 3 others on the jet were seriously hurt. A second member of the flight crew and 2 passengers. Yeah.
The dogs were okay too. That was an important part of the story.
Important.
I didn't even bring that up. I didn't want to make sure no one knew dogs were panicking, but the dogs were fine. Here's the thing,
They were
though.
okay.
I bring this up. Stuff like this is going to keep happening. And there's a lot of major musicians and celebrities that fly all the time.
I gotta say, if you were a rock star, I feel like it would just be bad karma to get on a plane. How many rock stars have tragic ends on planes?
True. Not only that, I wouldn't want to get on right now with how many flights are crashing within less than a month. Like,
Yeah, let's hope things even out by the time.
Whether it's United Airlines, American Airlines, or private flights like this, it's all over the country too. I wouldn't want to get on a plane right now.
No, not at all. It's so frequent. And it's
Yeah.
like, what the hell is happening here? This is not something that we heard about every other day, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It used to be quite uncommon. The fact that it's happening so often after recent changes is not coincidence. So
I have close friends and family who legit have like phobias of flying already, even before this, and I cannot imagine that this is like helping them.
Right.
Because some of them actually travel a lot for work, so good God, who knows what they're feeling.
And some positive news, because we're going to move on from this. We don't know much more besides this that's already happened. This is from CNN, too, so this made national and headline news. The next story did not make CNN, however, it did make all the music stuff. You know how Primus was looking for a new drummer? Well, they found one. Good for them. New guy, Primus new drummer John Hoffman speaks on landing the gig. He looks like a bit of a younger guy compared to Primus, to which I say, dream job, dream of a lifetime. Happy he made it. That's awesome. I want to see if I can get the quote. He replaces Tim Herb-Alexander in the group who abruptly departed the lineup due to prioritize his mental and physical health. That was a big mess when it happened because it was so abrupt. But he says, thought I'd share the note from Hoffer. Great guy. Morning, brother. Things are good. Just tripping out at this reaction. I can't believe how massively viral this is and how incredibly positive supportive the fan base is about you choosing me. I'm overwhelmed. Thousands of comments from complete strangers. Yes, I was rooting for him all along. Primus made the right choice. I can't wait to hear Primus with a guy on the drums. So unbelievable. So he really did have a big positive reaction to this. I'm happy for him. Primus going on tour with A Perfect Circle and Pucifer for that. What is it now? Sesentana y Uno or Sesentana y Dos, whatever the tour is.
Santa Dos.
That's okay. There you go. So if you want to see Primus, you can see him with a new drummer and see how good he is. That's not easy material to learn either. Primus.
Also, by the way, he's immediately going into like playing for the big crowds too. There's
Yes.
just like,
Absolutely.
there's gotta be like some mental
I'm sure.
stuff happening there.
You know what?
That is so cool. Good for him.
I agree.
Yeah.
He really got the golden ticket after working his butt off to get that good. Proof it can happen. Do not get discouraged, musicians who think you'll never get a shot. It can happen. Here's more proof of that.
It's like when
Follow your
Journey
dreams,
was
man.
getting,
Yeah.
it's like when Journey was getting like their replacement for their singer.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. So we got a Primus sucks in the chat. Yes, they do. Get it? Also, 10 more likes from what I'm looking at right now. Is that right? Yeah, 10 more likes. We'll get Festival Rocker Flop going another round of that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for that. Up next is a point of discussion along with an announcement. So, Jack White came out with a surprise album last year. It was great. People loved it. This is what I want your 2 thoughts on about concerts and set lists, because this story is relatively recent. Came out yesterday. A lot of fans who were upset last year with Jack Rock having shorter sets. Like, Jack White's a headliner, sells out tours, but his sets are not like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. So, this is a unique thing, and he's been arguing against it. First of all, a lot of Jack White's songs are pretty short in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, so that's probably part of it too. Quote from Mr. White, been hearing a lot of chatter throughout the year of this glorious electric touring about how long our sets are supposed to be on stage. As if the length of a show determines how good it is. I know that we're living in a current era where people like to say so-and-so played for 3 hours last night and brag about it the next day. I'll let our fans know now that my mind has no intention of impressing y'all in that context. So, he's making it very clear. This next quote also. Whoa, my monitor just went. There we go. The Beatles and Ramones played 30-minute-ish sets. If I could, I would do the same at the moment in my performing life. That's actually the kind of show I'd like to put on right now. But there becomes the chatter that the cost of a ticket entitles people to some kind of extra long show.
Make the ticket cheaper.
Well,
There's a solution right there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like I would say like I can understand like where people are coming from. You spend God knows how much money for like a big headliner like Jack White. You want to make sure you get your money's worth, you know?
Yeah.
See, here's the thing though. His sets average like 90 minutes. That doesn't seem
90 is
like,
90 is a good like
amount.
length.
I don't think that's worth complaining about.
Not at all. That is not a bad amount. That is a perfect.
I feel like
time,
90 is kind of like the standard anyway, you know? If we're just talking like the one big act of a show.
And keep in
We're
mind,
not talking Guns N' Roses here.
no. Well, that's also because Axl shows up 45 minutes late to every set.
They still
They
play like
actually perform.
3 hours.
They do.
And I get so burnt out.
I know, but you could get home 45 minutes earlier if Axl had a watch. So
True.
Dude, I
yeah.
leave 35 minutes early anyway because I'm like, it's still going on.
it's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. I want to go
beat
home.
traffic. Yeah.
Yes. Also, keep in mind, though, Jack White shows are notorious for zero cell phones. I don't mean like Tool, just don't take them out until the last song. Jack White has those like locking envelopes that Ghost are going to do this year, and demand no phone uses while you're watching my show. You have to be in the moment, to quote him years ago.
I can tell you from experience that does not stop people. They will take their car keys and just cut the bottom out, which is probably illegal or some sort of like crime. But yeah, they'll do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then they're going to complain about the fee for replacing that little baggie on top of the ticket price and on top of the short set list.
Wouldn't that suck if you turn in the little envelope baggie thing and they're like, "Whoa, you ripped this. We're charging you an extra $100." Oh, the heck you are, Zoom. What are you going to do?
Yeah. That's what people
Probably
did.
have to register it to you.
Oh, that's dirty if you have to do that, though. Like, you have to scan it or something. That's worse.
Probably. Like, it's
You're
like,
right,
oh, hey,
you're right,
you
yeah.
scan your
Guys,
ticket,
we're giving
and then
them
your ticket.
ideas.
I know.
They already steal our festival planning, so why not?
I know, yeah, that's why we got to patent some of this stuff.
Why are you taking our bad ideas, festival promoters? That's the worst thing you can do.
And if
We
you
wanna
are at
keep
least
the
going to
good
take our
ones.
bad ideas,
Yeah, well.
at least pay us.
Yeah. We got this idea for the podcast that rocks. You have to charge and pay for your envelope that we lock up. Oh,
Yeah.
what's that? Your envelope won't unlock at the end of the night? I guess we keep your phone. Oh, lovely. If Jack White's set was like the 30, 45 minute sets right now, like the Beatles used to do when all songs were 2 minutes flat, I think fans would be even angrier at him. So
if it was 45 minutes, yeah, I would be mad.
I would be mad too. Also, back in the day, Beatles and Rolling Stones and The Who, they didn't have Ticketmaster and Live Nation. They had to pay $40 of service fees for a crap seat.
You got up, you got in line, and you bought your ticket in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I would ask like my parents, hey, how did you get tickets? It's like, oh yeah, you went to the music store or something like that, or just like they were the place. Yeah,
you go like to a retailer that sells tickets for it or something like that. Or to the box office, the venue itself, one or the other. But now, even if you do that, you still have to pay service fees. If you go to the box office of a venue, you still pay, there's a service fee for this. You're just printing it out on your own label maker right there. What do you mean service fee? That's what it is.
It's like, you had to pay we have to cover the ink cost or something.
That is, we have to cover the charge to make sure it transfers onto our accounting system. You mean
Printed it. So
Yeah.
pay for it to hand to you. Service. Here you go.
and
Physical labor.
And then it says, and then I'll turn this around for you if you'd like to tip. Go ahead.
I hate that.
So
They just give you like the little tip. They give you like the little
thing.
iPad with the tip thing, like at every coffee shop.
Yes, except
And
it's for
there's no
buying
zero
concert
option.
tickets. And then you ask, where does this tip go? We'll look into that. Tip, please. So, as for me, there is a gray area. Like, I get that Jack White doesn't want to do a 2-hour plus set, but don't be upset with your own fans if they want more of a good thing and you know you're already giving it to them. I don't know. And also, is it really that big of a deal in 2025, Jack White, to see people with their phones? Really? Really?
I mean, like,
kind of
I can understand it, but also I feel like it's a bit of an inevitability at this point.
Yeah.
I get the phones thing. Nobody likes phones the whole time, and we've had this discussion multiple times. But the longer sets thing, I'm kind of on both sides because as a fan, you want to see more of your favorite artists. Yes,
Sure.
I totally get that. But we just established these aren't short sets by normal standards. So what are they expecting? Are they expecting 3-hour sets? Because that's ridiculous. And I think expectations need to be kept in check.
I agree. I think, and they're also looking at, these are just concert tour performances, not festival performances. That's a totally different boat. So
I think also the artist itself is definitely a factor too, because like,
Sure.
Jack White, he has short songs, so like an hour and a half, who knows how many songs you're going through.
Right.
If you're like going to Tool though, an hour and a half, that's like what, 5 songs?
without any Maynard jokes in between either.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
it's
not
pretty
them just
rough.
like jamming along to it or something like that.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if anything's going to come from this. I just thought it was an interesting discussion topic. Jack White also released an EP covering a few live songs from his album No Name that dropped last year. Again, amazing album. Jack White's an amazing artist. I just feel like the gut reaction of being angry at people wanting more of what he's already giving them and complaining in public, it's like, it's not that big of a deal, man. Just keep playing 90 minutes, give him an encore song if you really want, and call it a day. So, I don't know. Are we just looking at this from the wrong lens? Are we looking at this going, oh, Jack White just doesn't understand the audience? No cell phones. I'm out of here after 90 minutes. Don't talk to me. Okay, the last one may not be true. But still, is that just how some people are now?
I think the three of us probably balance each other out well enough. Luke, you can be on that side. I'll be on Jack White's side on this one. Like, dude, I'm giving you an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I need to go eat dinner or something.
That's true. I tell you what, if the ticket prices weren't as brutal as they were, maybe I'd be more kinder to his reaction of it. You know?
Yeah,
Fair, and I will go back.
There's so many like variables
Yes.
that it like, yeah.
Fair. I will go back to my first statement of let's just make tickets cheaper.
I agree. And I love Ghost, but Ghost is doing the cell phone thing, and I can't imagine those tickets are going to be cheap because that's an arena tour, the big arenas now. So
The Misfits did it when I saw them, and those tickets weren't cheap. And I didn't know about the phones until I got to the venue.
yeah. Also, though, Ghost puts on a great show, and Papa sounds great. Tobias Forge. I'm going to be mean here. Mr. Danzig does not sound as great as he did 40 years ago.
He didn't.
So, yeah. Yeah. Father Time catches up to some people faster than others. So,
Yeah,
You
no,
know, if you want to look at it that way, it may be for your benefit that you don't record this set that
That's
you're about to
true.
see.
that's
is
true.
that the out? It's like, oh, I know I'm
Ooh,
gonna play like
yeah.
crap.
See, that's the thing, though. It's Jack White and Ghost. If it was other artists, if it was Kid Rock doing that, or some crap artist that you know sucks, Puddle of Mud has been busted many times for performing terribly live. If it was them doing it, we go, yeah, I get why.
Yes, okay, so I'm not saying that Jack White or Ghost are terrible by any means, but I can see why it would be a good argument for
Yes.
bands that aren't super awesome.
And then they could just play, and it's just like, oh yeah, other venue artists are doing it. I guess we have to also. And then just West,
We didn't want to, they made us.
With Scalar just like, yes!
yeah, and then all right, now I can cover all the Nirvana songs at a set list, and no one will know, except for the suckers I ripped off in live.
Yeah, no, it's like, guys, hey guys, ready for the show? We're gonna play Nevermind in its entirety. Everyone's like,
And then also everyone listening, he just screamed no. And then also the band members, whatever, 25. He's on the 25th set of band members, Wes Scantlin. It's like they just walk out too, because he said people walk out on him live. So they have,
That's
like, nope, done.
That is so surreal watching like video, like YouTube clips of that thing, because that's like something out of a movie.
It is.
Yeah. How did we get here?
I know. Let's start closing things up because we do have a decent amount of super chats. We also have some positive stuff to talk about. Let's see what tours got announced this past week. Quite a decent amount of decent little tours, including back to Birmingham, back to the beginning. What else do we have to look forward to, Alex, this week?
Alice Cooper just announced some more spring and summer 2025 Too Close for Comfort U.S. tour dates.
Okay.
Alice Cooper is one of those artists you have to go see. So if you get a chance now, you didn't before, go do it. It's super fun.
He's in his
Nice guy,
70s.
too.
Go see him now. He's still
Go
good,
see
too.
Alice Cooper.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
still good, too. So, yeah.
Super fun, still very theatrical, very Alice Cooper. Go see it.
Yes.
Signs of the Swarm announced more North American tour dates. We've got Queens of the Stone Age just added 2 more U.S. tour dates. Mm-hmm. Power Man 5000 and Julian K announced some U.S. tour dates.
That's going to be a bonkers one.
I
So
love seeing Power Man 5000.
they're so
They
fun.
are so
They're
fun.
fun. The Spider one is still great. So
So good. He sounds awesome. The band sounds awesome, and they have fun just like they always have.
yeah.
Let's see. Pop Evil just announced a North American tour with Devour the Day, Return to Dust, and Oni.
Oni, yes, he's awesome.
Oni.
Yeah,
Not familiar with Oni, so I'm gonna have to check him out.
good stuff.
Steel Panther and Buck Cherry just announced an extensive Canadian tour.
Is that
Oh,
the,
God.
the filth? I can't. There's so many jokes that just flushed into my head right now. The clientele audience of that show, boy, oh boy, how do I even want to describe that?
It's gonna be stanky. We got some stanky
There are
audience
going to be
members.
there are going to be so many drunk, like wannabe soccer moms, but the kids have grown up, but they're still thinking they're the cool mom, and they're just going to cut loose at these shows. That's it.
You guys know how you walk into a
Soccer
dive bar and it just smells like stale beer?
Yes.
That's
Oh,
what the
God.
dudes are gonna smell like at this show.
And also, those venues
no.
they're playing at are already going to smell like stale beer, so it's going to be on top of each other.
Gonna be bad.
You know, I'm just imagining soccer moms and divorced dads.
Oh man, that's gonna be the worst hookup situation ever around.
Oh,
is that the name of the tour, Alex?
God.
The bad hookup tour?
It's Happy Valentine's Day, Canada.
Oh,
Oh, hang on.
Just kidding. I don't know what the
Happy
tour is
Valentine's
called.
Day. Hey, Alex, Canada's already kind of mad at Americans, and we can't do anything about it. Stop making it worse.
Actually,
did
no,
not
this
say
can stay in
Panther.
Canada.
Yeah,
This,
that's
don't
true.
let this come over the
That's
border.
true. Alex has no control over Buck Cherry or Steel Panther. That's unfair.
Look here. I did not book Steel Panther and Buck Cherry to take over Canada, okay? I
Man.
just bring you the news.
You thought the winter was rough before Canada? Well, guess what?
We've also got Necrogoblicon. They just announced some U.S. tour dates,
Okay.
and they're super fun. I saw them with
They're
Gore
fun.
a couple
They
years
are.
ago.
I saw them with Death Clock and Dragon Force. They're a lot of fun.
Nice. Oh yeah, I saw them on that tour too. Tour too. Very fun. And then Baroness just announced a North American tour as well.
Yes, and if I'm correct, they're doing the
I
red and
want
blue
to hear this so
playthroughs.
bad.
They're doing the full red and blue album playthroughs, which is very cool.
Yep.
Yo, let's
Celebrating-
go. Red's my favorite.
Yep.
Yes.
So it's their
Okay,
first,
I'm gonna-
the first 2 albums of Baroness, the playthroughs back to back on those shows.
I know what I'm doing after this.
There's a lot of
Yep,
fun.
celebrating red and blue.
Correct.
Yeah.
So very cool. Rowan, what albums are coming out this Friday, Valentine's Day? I know of one good one.
We have Lacuna Coil with Sleepless
That's it.
Empire.
Yes.
With features Randy Blythe, which, you know, good choice of clothing today. And Ash Costello, who, like, you know, I remember kind of like reading up that he was just like really psyched to be on the tour as well, like, you know, towards the end of last year.
Ash Costello
Sorry,
of New Year's
stuttered
Day.
Yeah.
Nice. She's a really nice lady. So
Yeah.
Super cool. I love her.
And then we got any folk fans actually, you're gonna be eating well this weekend. We got Neil Young with Oceanside Countryside, and then we got the Lumineers with Automatic. So yeah.
huh. That's a nice little change for Valentine's Day. Okay. Get real angry with Lacuna Coil and then go to Neil Young and the Lumineers.
Yeah, no, like
So, Lacuna Coil fans in the chat, very nice. I am too. And
I
also,
love Lacuna Coil.
I do too. Since I was in high school, shows you how long they've been around too. I met Christina years ago. Super nice, also, and really funny. Also, a big gamer, like big time PlayStation. So
Doesn't she
go.
stream?
she used. I know she did during pandemic a lot. So
oh, so
she's-
he's like Matt Heafy.
Yes, but Italian and not as angry on stage. Yes.
Yeah, no, but she like streams and all that stuff and plays games. That's cool.
She does. Oh, yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so also it's Rowan's turn for Song of the Week. And Rowan, which song did you pick?
Well, I think we all knew what was going to happen. It's a new Spirit Box song, you know?
Yes.
I think that's kind of a given.
I saw the video. When I saw it, I was like, this is a high production video. No Loss, No Love. Coming off of Tsunami Sea. I love it. Heavy again. All this anger coming from Spirit Box. I hope it pays off well. Check out the music video. I'll link it to the podcast and this video right here when I share it on the feed. Spirit Box has had a lot of hits come off this album, and it's not even out yet.
I gotta say, this particular song, it was very reminiscent of Sun Killer, if you guys know that track off of Perfect Blue. You know, just kind of like the delivery of like Courtney's vocals, where it's like, it's kind of like robotic.
Eternal Blue. That's why I was confused. Sorry for a second. Yeah.
Oh, my bad, sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't want Spirit Box fans getting angry at me. So
Yeah,
Rowan was just
I don't want them
being
getting mad at
purposeful.
me.
It's fine.
yeah, that's okay. However,
Yeah.
I'm excited for Tsunami Sea, which is also fun to say for some reason. Tsunami Sea from Spirit Box. Very cool. I love it. I would play it if YouTube wouldn't have a fit. I see someone else just said that song's a banger. Yeah, Lacuna Coil, new Spirit Box. It's a good week for new music so far. We're happy about that. We got some super chats. We're going to go through them somewhat quickly, but go through them all. Thank you so much, everyone who did super chats. The first batch is from Paul Urena. Number 1 from Paul. I have my Ultra Zero Monster Energy and I am ready. Awesome. Should I edit my 10 great thrash or grunge albums? Go for it. That's a hard list to narrow down, but that's cool. Which is the best Limp Bizkit album in your opinion?
Chocolate Starfish, I guess.
That one's awful for me.
I just
Hot
threw
dog
one out there.
flavored starfish.
There you go.
Hot dog
Sure.
flavored starfish.
Is
Oh
that
my
really
God.
is that really more ludicrous than the actual album title? Really? Yeah. Favorite song from a band is not on fave album of them. I do not understand the question. I apologize. Could there be a 10 greatest third rock albums list? I could make that. So like a list of it, like albums like with their junior release, their third release is the best from that band or is
Yeah.
amazing. There's a
I
lot
can
of
think of someone off the top of my head right now, actually.
Metallica has one of mine for Master of Puppets. That was their third.
Rain of Blood from Slayer, too.
There you go. So
Yeah.
for the thrash days right there. I know there's so many. I'd probably just have to sit down and think about it though. We were talking about Baroness. They did their third was the double album Yellow and Green, which was great.
Yeah.
A lot of old
And then
school
Bring Me the
In This
Horizon.
Moment bands.
There's a Hell, There's a Heaven was their third album, right?
I believe so. Alex, you were saying In This Moment?
Yeah, in this moment, old school fans will remember Star-Crossed Wasteland was their third release, which a lot of the old school fans,
Yes.
it was their favorite as well.
That was before the lineup change and the change in style, if I'm correct.
I love the first 3 albums, so
There you go.
I don't care. Any of the 3 I'll take.
There you go. So there's a lot of good selection from that. From Ellie, those were all from Paul Urena. Ellie Yeats, here's a challenge. Name a great bassist in a bad band that is not Sam Rivers from Limp Bizkit. So think of a bad band that has a great bassist. I'm not really sure off the top of my head. So
Only one person that comes to mind for me is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I just don't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, honestly. I know they're very successful. A lot of people do like them. I just can't get into them. But I
that's at
still
least that's a
recognize
fair
that Flea.
Yeah, that's a fair answer though. Not for you.
Yeah.
That's the band that's not for you. Like, I was gonna say, like, Sting with the Police was amazing. His solo stuff, I don't know if I really care about, and he's a bass player. So, Alex, who do you
Yeah,
hate?
nothing.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know, because I can't tell you, like, oh, I
know.
hate this band.
I've never
so I
thought
know
of
a
it,
ton
yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Man.
it's just something that's not really talked about. We got good guitars in bad bands, but like,
Yeah, it's like, man, this band sucks. What am I gonna listen to? Because that bass line is so smooth. You know, it doesn't really work out.
that's never been said by anyone.
From
Now I'm
Rock
going to
and-
be hyper aware, though.
I know. I'm curious. From Rocket Movies with Tyler, thank you for renewing your membership. Helps a ton. The new 16 album rules. Check it out. That's an album artist from 16 out of Missouri, if I'm correct. And Subhuman gifted 5 Rocks memberships. Thank you so much for doing that. We'll have Subhuman Fest coming up. Paul Urena said, should have called Limp Bizkit that party instead of Kid Rock. Oh, yeah, that would have gone much better. Awesome. What birthday party planner is this? Who's planning this mess?
I wonder if he
The
just
guy
doesn't
who books
actually
all
like
the different
Brian.
festivals
Yeah.
that we rant about on this show.
Uh-huh.
It's all one guy.
From Rockin' Movies with Tyler, this one is for Luke. Thralls of Metal, Friends of the Metal Meltdown, has an episode of a segment called States of Metal and are finally covering the Missouri metal scene out of our home state. Check it out. Thank you very much for letting me know, Tyler. I'm a Midwestern Missourian out of St. Louis, so it's always nice to know the Missouri love. And final one from Paul Urena. Do you ever mention Orgy or Voivod in your videos? I'm sure I have before. I have no idea when. Orgy's still around, if I'm correct.
Is Voivod still around?
I want to say yes. I could be wrong. No idea.
I think so.
Yeah,
I
I want to
just saw
say.
something from them
I was going to say.
recently.
I think they do festivals and stuff, so I would imagine yes. So
Yeah.
okay. And finally, from Paul Urena that just came in, like if your favorite Linkin Park album is Meteor, but your favorite song is In the End on the Hybrid Theory, does that mean sense for now for us?
Sorry, are you saying that like your favorite song and favorite album from one artist is different? Is that what I'm
I guess
understanding?
yeah.
I'm picking up here, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have an all-around favorite
Sure.
album, but then you have a favorite song that's not on that album.
Yeah, I get the concept now. It's hard,
Okay.
It's kind of a hard one to think off the top of my head though on a live podcast. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I love Muse's Absolution, but that's my favorite album from Muse. But I also love a song like Knights of Sidonia, which is on a different Muse album. So there's examples. You can think of stuff like that too. So
Yeah.
we definitely, where'd you go? Have some festivals to book, and we'll have to book them kind of quick to keep on time. Alex and Rowan, are you ready to book some nonsense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
All right, let's get this going. Dun, 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 dun. Every week, Alex Rowan and myself book festivals at random of 5 bands a day, and festival promoters around the country steal our idea for what we call Festival Rock or Flop, where we try to make sense of what happens when a random festival is booked. We hit our light goal, so the first one will be our own festival, and the second day also. And then after that, we will be going through the people that gave enough super chats. We will have a Paul Fest for sure. We will have a Yeet Fest. We will have a Tyler Fest. We will have a Subhuman Fest. So we got quite a few. We're thankful for all of this so much. This helps so much more than just ad revenue. You wouldn't believe how many ads have to play on a podcast on YouTube in order just to make $5. It's insane. So, and podcasts of listeners too, same principle as well. So, here we go. I got the random festival file open right here. Make sure everyone knows I'm not cheating. Alex and Rowan, our first day festival, Back to the Beginning Fest. We'll say, okay, we'll do this. The pre-beginning fest, before the beginning. This will be the 5-day festival before Back to the Beginning Festival in Birmingham. This is what everyone's going to get on July 4th in the UK. Oh, that's perfect. Awesome. I love how this is going already. So
Let's just imagine it's the most patriotic lineup once you can think of.
Yeah. Here's what we're gifting to UK on 4th of July. Band number 1. A Day to Remember. Okay. Right out of Florida. Not bad. Number 2. Death Clock. Okay, I'm liking this so far. These bands are not at the festival, Back to the Beginning, so we're already on the right track. Band 3. Hoobastank. Odd left turn, but we'll do it anyway. Number 4.
There's got to be a reason.
Oh.
There's always one.
Number 4.
God.
Number 4.
It hit me.
Number 4. Billy Idol. I think that's a fitting one for there as well. And
That's fun.
I think that's solid. And number 5. Parkway Drive.
We got a fair amount that's being metalcore.
Decent show for a pre-show to Back to the Beginning, headlined by Billy Idol in UK. I think that sounds about right. Audience,
Sign me up.
yes or no, would you go? Type in all caps so I can see it. Yes or no, would you go to day 1 to pre-Back to the Beginning? Alex and Rowan, would you go?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would too. Even if I don't care for Hoobastank, I would go to something like this. Come on, Death Clock in the UK. Yeah.
Hoobastank is just like the one out. Like we seem to just have like that one act that's just like we just tolerate.
Yeah,
Every single festival.
I don't care for the music. Are you really going to get mad that Hoobastank's there? No.
Yeah.
So, and also you got Death Clock there. You got Parkway Drive. You got
enough to be happy about.
And then you got Billy Idol wrapping it up. I see some no's, but I do see a lot more yeses. So, Now we go to Paul Fest. So Paul Fest, here is your festival. Thank you so much. Band number 1 for Paul Fest. Cherry Bombs. Okay, do you guys know familiar with Cherry Bombs?
Yeah, they're fun.
Nah.
Okay, so Cherry Bombs is led by Alicia Taylor, Corey Taylor's wife, and it's like a stunt show that they play to hard rock songs, but they're like doing serious stunts and acrobatics while playing with power tools and heavy metals playing. Like on
Do
the
they
video,
still perform the songs?
they don't perform the songs. It's usually like there's just songs playing, but it's like it's like aerial stunts, dancing, and then power tools. Like on the photo I'm showing right now, they're grinding power tools to metal belts that they're wearing on themselves, you know? So it's pretty cool stuff. So Cherry Bombs.
It's kind of cool, not gonna lie.
They're on tour right now in Europe, I believe, with Motionless in White. So band number 2 of Mice and Men, who just announced they're going to be on part of all 3 Warped Tours, which fits. Band number 3, Flogging Molly. This festival is all over the place. Flogging Molly's fun, though.
They're fun.
Number 4, Bring Me the Horizon.
Ooh.
Bring Me the Horizon of Mice and Men, Cherry Bombs, and Flogging Molly.
That might have saved it for me, at least, actually.
And number 5, Volbeat.
Huh.
Fun little show. This is an actual radio station festive I've ever seen one, by the way. So
We had some money to book this one.
we did. Bring Me the Horizon alone is the big money payout. But again, we'll make the money back off of this one.
Well,
Yes
yeah.
or no? If you would go to Paul Fest this week, Alex and Rowan, would you go?
Yes.
No, I would see it just for Bring Me the Horizon. Like, everything else, it wasn't, like, there's nothing bad, it just, like, wasn't a major draw, but that's, like, the one thing that's, like, okay, yeah.
This was the photo I have is Volbeat when they toured with Ghost. It's a lot of fun. And Flogging Molly's fun. You know, Cherry Bombs is cool to see also. So there's some good stuff here. And of Mice and Men now that they're back and doing stuff. So.
Yeah, no, I've seen
on,
Volbeat live. I know they put on a good show.
Yeah.
We can throw down with some rockabilly from Denmark. We're good.
Exactly. Rockabilly leading up to Ollie Sykes. It's perfect. I see yeses across the board pretty much. So. Up next is number 3 being Yeet Fest, which is fun to say. Number 3 for Yeet Fest. Band 1. Lamb of God. I wore the right shirt.
Go.
Number 2. Weezer. This festival is going to be a really weird mismatch, but that's okay. Number 3. We just had Volbeat. Skip it. Uh-oh. I apologize to Yeet Fest. We have to start all over. Kid Rock ruined everything again. Sorry, no Lamb of God. Sorry.
Hey, don't jinx it. Maybe he can come. Maybe they come back.
They can. I would allow that for them to come back. That's fine. Kid Rock erases everything. Number 1, Godsmack. Well, okay. Number 2, AJR. What's that? Yeet Fest?
Kid Rock really did.
Yeet Fest is really getting hit pretty hard. Number 3, Rob Zombie and AJR in the same show. Just for the chaos, I'm interested. Number 4, Idols, straight out of UK. Punk band that the Grammys love. And number 5, Bullet for My Valentine, out of Wales. All over the place. Rob Zombie, Godsmack, AJR, Bullet for My Valentine, and Idols. Literally, it's a what in the world type of festival.
I gotta say, Godsmack is like Hoobastank. It would be harmless to me or something like that. But if Rob Zombie does like some macabre, gory stuff with like AGR's puppet show, I am all for that.
So when the timer went on with the chat, as soon as it said AJR after Godsmack, someone said, "Can we get Kid Rock to reset everything again?"
Oh god.
I apologize.
Kid Rock in there.
I love Rob Zombie. Alex and Road, would you go to this?
I'm torn. I love Rob Zombie. And you know what? I like the first Godsmack album. I don't think I would go, though.
Really?
I don't know, because I'm not like a huge Godsmack fan. I would never go seek that out. And Rob Zombie, I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan, but I don't know if I want to hang out for all the other guys.
Godsmack has definitely phoned it in over the years. They used to be pretty awesome live, and then they got to just the Sully show, and no one does anything. And yeah,
I don't know. The fire
I
was
was-
impressive last time I saw them. These eyebrows are because I burned my eyebrows off at Godsmack.
no wonder you
Yeah,
don't
I was
know.
thinking, like-
I know.
Yeah, I love Rob Zombie too, but like my line of thinking was like Godsmack is just like inconsequential. I would just be like indifferent, really.
Yeah.
I don't have any strong feelings.
Yeah, Ellie Yeats just said Kid Rock really did ruin everything, and I've seen a
Yep.
lot of no's.
I think it's been a while since we had a no.
Yeah,
like
it was like
collective.
a collective no. That is correct. So unfortunately, Yeet Fest is kind of a flop. We finally go two more. We'll go quickly. Tyler Fest. All right, Tyler. Let's see if we can correct this ship and the direction we're going in. Number 1 for Tyler Fest. Skindred. A lot of fun. Skindred's fun.
It's my jam.
There you go. See? That wasn't so hard, was it?
Club.
Number 2, Judas Priest. Tyler Fest already doing significantly better. Number 3, already did that one, Slayer.
All right, we got some
Well,
classics.
Slayer and Judas Priest on the same show. That's pretty intense. Number 4, Thrice. It took me a second. I'm fine with that. They sound good live. And number 5.
Who's Thrice?
Oh, big emo band that went on hiatus, then came back. They're solid. They got a lot of good stuff.
All right.
And number 5, Avatar, straight out of Sweden. So,
Yeah.
Slayer, Judas Priest, Avatar, and then we also got, man, my mind's starting to go. And then we got Thrice, and what was the first band?
Skindred.
Skindred. I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going.
That's a hard
Yeah.
guess for me. Come on, that's an awesome show. That totally makes up for whatever we had last time.
If you haven't seen Avatar, you have to go to this one. It's fun.
Oh, Avatar's a blast. My wife is probably trying to find tickets to this non-existing festival day right now. So, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. Big yes. Avatar's so great. I'm gonna need a neck brace. Oh, there you go. That's well done. And finally, we get to Subhuman Fest for the gift subs. Thank you again. Subhuman Fest, our final one. Here you go, Subhuman. Number 1, Stained. I apologize, Subhuman. You did not deserve what this festival is already going towards. Number 2, Dropkick Murphys. Boy, is this a weird fest day.
This is my
Okay.
dad's festival. My God.
Number 3, Ginger. Tatiana does not belong here. Number 4, Sleep Token.
Okay.
And Stained on the same day. On the same
I'm thinking
show.
more Sleep Token and Dropkick Murphys. That's
At least they can be together backstage and won't be weird. Ugh. And number 5, Megadeth. So Megadeth and Stained, I actually can see bet together backstage. Sleep Token, I'm not so sure. And then there's Dropkick Murphys and Ginger. Alex, Rowan, what do you think?
I'm torn. I'm very torn.
This is an extremely difficult one.
Yeah, this one's really hard. It's almost like 50-50 for me.
Caveat,
Which is weird 'cause we
you
got
have to go-
five bands.
Caveat, you have to go to the whole show or you don't go at all. None of this showing up early.
It's all or nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm sick. I'm sorry. That's a no.
I love Sleep Token, and Megadeth is just like on my list of bands I do want to see live because they're the only one of the big 4 I haven't seen live. So, and Ginger's good too. So I don't know. I think I could tough it out.
I've seen Megadeth so many times. I've seen Stained twice in my life, and that's 2 times too many. Sleep Token's amazing live. Ginger's fun live. Dropkick Murphys are fun live. I don't know.
See, that's exactly where I'm at. I'm like 3 out of 5. But
I know, right? My wife's just said, "Can I get merch and food during some of those bands?" I'm there, but like not really there in the moment.
That sums it up perfectly.
Okay,
all right, let's go get snacks
okay,
at the beginning, and then we'll go.
I tell you what, you have to be there, but you don't have to be in your seat. You can go do other
let's go.
things. Okay, fine. I'm fine with it then, yes. Subhuman just said, "I'm canceling the fest." Uh-oh. Well,
Can he do that?
he's paying for this. I'm pretty sure he can.
All right. That's our precedent.
Would I go? Man. I saw someone else say too. I would try to win tickets, but I'm not going to pay for them. So honestly,
I'm gonna get booze
that
during
logic
Stain's
also.
set list.
That logic also. Yes. So I'm going to get booze during Sane set list, BOOZE, just to go get alcohol. Ugh. Subhuman Fest is good. I see more yeses than nos, to be honest, even though Subhuman does not want it.
I gotta say, getting drunk during Stain's set is probably the move. You get drunk for Stain's set, then you're so, like, amped up for Dropkick Murphys, which is, like, the perfect drunken bar music.
Oh, yeah,
and
that'll
then
go
you
well.
sober up for all the other bands.
All right, we do have to get going. This has been a chaotic but eventful round of Festival Rock or Flop. I think I said that correctly. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Tuesday evening and wherever else you're listening on the podcast feeds and things like that. Hope you all are doing well. We will be back next Tuesday. I have a video coming up this week. Thank you again for all your help. Alex, is there anything you'd like to address before we start wrapping up?
Nope.
Rowan, how about you?
No, I'm just prepping for Alex's joke.
Okay. Prep, clear your mind, and make sure you're ready. Again, Song of the Week is from Spirit Box. Please check it out. No Loss, No Love. I'll link to it also in the comments as well. All right, Alex, how will you be able to get us on your joke of the week?
A large hole was reported in the fence at the nudist beach.
Okay, let's stop for a second.
Already.
To our sponsor of the week, thank you again, Heavies, for sponsoring this week's podcast. Thank you so much. Check out Heavies for a discount, $40 off any pair of high-quality headphones. Okay, Alex, back to your nudist colony joke.
Police are looking into it.
Oh.
God, we gotta double that. That was especially...
Cringe.
Ooh.
Yeah. If I saw two old cops trying to like fight for a peephole at a nudist colony, I don't even know what I would do.
I would walk into the ocean.
Just go. It's done. It's over.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm sorry, but now just someone said banned cheese, tomatoes. Wow, we're making a whole like Capri salad in the chat right now.
The audience is out for blood.
Whoa, the audience is really turning on this one.
Give me the tomatoes.
I'll give you the. Oh,
Hey, you got one guy.
You had one side. There you go. You got the one. Please direct all your email somewhere else. I will not be answering any hate mail for that joke. Please leave comments, however. I'm sure someone will respond to them. Thank you again. Let us know if you get tickets to Back to the Beginning. We really want to know about the experience for that. Have a good week. We'll see you next time. Peephole in a nudist colony joke. Goodness.
What Laffy Taffy flavor had that on the wrapper?
Someone's fired at the Laffy Taffy factory. Straight up fired.
This is the same guy that did the Disney animation.
It's like Laffy Taffy
yeah.
Cards Against Humanity crossover or something.
Ugh.
Oops.
That would sell, though.
Probably.